The average pace of that second half was 9:40.
Let's go, boys.
It's our turn now. It's our turn now. It's our turn now. It's our turn now.
Nola, and I'm representing the Hydex programme, which is one of the sponsors of the Touch Rugby World Cup. Hydex is a collaboration of a number of universities based in the Midlands, including the University of Nottingham. One of Hydex's main aims is to support industry to innovate, developing new products and services in the hydrogen economy. We decided to sponsor the Touch Rugby World Cup, particularly in relation to energy use, so that Geopura, a locally based business, can provide hydrogen to be utilised at the event, making the event more sustainable and improving air quality for visitors and competitors alike. We hope this support will encourage others to look for more sustainable ways to run similar events in the future. Finally, just to say, we hope everyone that's involved in the event has a great time.
And we are here to kick off with United States versus Japan in the men's 40s division. This will be a really intense, exciting game. And Kate joins me here. How are we feeling about it?
Yeah, not bad. I mean, I always love watching Japan play. They are just so clinical across all their divisions, really, in terms of executing these moves. I mean, look here now, they're coming at the line. And yeah, it's sure to be a good game. And watching USA actually earlier in one of the other seniors divisions, they're looking like a really strong competitor for this World Cup tournament.
Yeah, they're also structured, and especially Japan. We've seen a couple of their opens teams play in Highfields, and they're so strong. And I expect nothing less from their men's 40s team. But just United States there with the long ball to the link. But Japan easily defending that out really nicely.
Yeah, absolutely. Only 1 minute in, and it's already looking like quite an evenly matched game at this point. And good defensive press there from the USA, and it has gone in their favour. And they have another set on the line here. Just a bit of clarification from the ref as to where they want the ball. And number 13 there, Kevin Tracy for the US, who's there calling the shots. You can see him directing traffic.
Telling everyone where to go and bossing it about, which is amazing to see, and it's going to be given. That is the first try of the day. This game.
of this, well, you know, it's the first, might be the first try of the day for for this USA men's team. And what a lovely dive there from number 15, Kieran Mahoney. And what a lovely score on the door for the USA in this men's 40s game.
He must be fast because he's wearing his hat backwards, so
yeah,
he can't fall off.
You've got to be fast to wear your hat backwards in touch rugby for sure.
I want to see if Japan can get a reply here. And
what a lovely defensive shot there from the US winger. Really well read there. Like we were talking in the previous game, weren't we, Alice, about reading and defence on the wing especially, and it is so difficult, and it's so satisfying when you see that really hard shot and it pays off.
Yeah, and he did that perfectly, I must say. And USA looking like they're getting a lot of injecting of the space in. Just picking up, just one of the Japanese players goes down, he's scooped through all the way, and it looks like it's going to be a try. Wow.
Wow, lovely. He was looking for that support, and it was there. And let's have a look at the replay here. Number 7, picking and going, looking left to right. Number 5, Ty Russell is there with the slide on the knees. What a lovely score for the USA.
Yeah, a little bit of a celebration as well, sliding in and getting that ball down, hey?
Absolutely. And as we can see, Ty Russell does have his hat facing forward, but he does seem pretty fast.
Yeah, he does seem very fast, but most of these Japanese players have their hat backwards, so might be game on here.
Absolutely. And let's see if they can have a reply to this. Lovely defensive touch there from the US middle. And it looks like it's paid off.
Yeah, it's going to be called hips not square, so just a good touch in there from the USA to kind of throw that Japanese player off and just not be able to put the ball down. And the roll ball is so important, and to get it correct is vital for any team.
Yeah, absolutely. The basics of a roll ball, I think they're really underrated. I think people get fixated a little bit on all the fancy stuff in touch, but if you're not getting that roll ball down and square and not getting a half there and a clean ball off the floor, it can make things difficult, and then you can't do all the fancy trick plays, can you, Alice? So
it really does add up. But this is going to be another try for USA.
What a lovely score there, and we can watch it on the replay here. Number 10 picking up and going, looking for options, and there it is. Number 11, Matthew Collins, is there. Japan claiming the touch, but it wasn't in, and yeah, he'll be happy with that.
Yeah, just Brody McNabb just running about and trying to find that connection with Matthew Collins, and what a result in the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
How important now is it for Japan to get this reply?
Yeah, I mean, like we were saying, touch is a mental game, isn't it? And they won't be happy. Well, we're about 5 minutes in now, and they'll want something to show for it. And because they're having a go at the line, USA they're defending well at the moment. And as I say that, they have called the touch there, so USA have got that back. I thought there was going to be an opportunity there for Japan. But like we see, Japan are having cracks at the line. It'll come.
Yeah, 100%. And they're giving it their all. They're not letting this US team have it easy. And it's looking really nice. It looks very structured in their attack, and they have a plan with what they want and game on. So hopefully we can see more throughout this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking like a really nice flowing sub move coming on here for the USA. They're going really far wide. And are the numbers there? Oh, no, it's not being given.
Yeah, great touch. Great touch by that Japanese player on the wing there, and really good set.
And looking a little bit of confusion there. Bit of pressure there from the US number 13, Kevin Tracy. It does make it difficult, doesn't it? When you're looking for that handoff and you've not quite got players there, but you have got your opposition up in your face, it does make things difficult.
Yeah, and that's where they try and get the forced errors in. And just a lovely drive here from the Japanese team, just going down the wing and looking like they're trying to get the 2-on-1 there, but that is going to be 6 touch.
Yeah, absolutely. Just got caught there, and the US will have the roll ball. They've got a way to go to get to their box if they want to get fresh legs on. But they are working their way around. There's a good touch there by number 5, Hatta.
Yeah, USA really good with getting the amount of players ready for their sub. And it's looking like they're coming really fresh on. Number 3 with injection of the pace just along the outside, and he's going. Will he make it the whole way? And he does! What a score!
That was a lovely score there, and a lot of that has come off the back of that really flowing, attacking off, subbing off, and then coming back on. Like, that sub move is looking really slick for the USA. Like you're saying, they're good at getting players on and ready to go. Lovely score there for number 3, DeCastel.
Yeah, just Japan there just needs that Lincoln wing just to step up higher with that other mid. So there's no corner to be able to run around. So it's an easy fix from Japan's defence, but let's see if they can still keep a hold of it.
That's unfortunate there. A little bit of an error. It's being brought back. But yeah, just a ball down there for Japan. Unfortunately, not going to be replying at this point. But they are getting up in the USA's faces for this drive.
Yeah, USA are looking really dangerous on the attack, I must say. Just maybe have an edge on this Japanese team.
Yeah, they're looking really clinical. They're finishing things off. They look like they have a plan and they are sticking to it. Oh, little bit of a tumble there.
And it's definitely bodies on the line for both teams, and I love to see that. Even the men's 40s, they're not scared. They're not putting it in the back. They're there to show.
Absolutely not. Yeah, you're right. They are there. They're here to compete, and they will put everything on the line. And but we do have physios on hand for those that do need.
But quite literally on the line. Hopefully the ball as well.
Oh, that's an unfortunate ball down there. Number 12 for Japan. Doi is looking for 6 again there, and it looks like it's been given. So this could be a really good opportunity for Japan here to sort of claw back a couple of scores. Or one score at this point.
Definitely in USA's own half is great field position and getting the run on. Just a 32 here, giving the wrap, early release, looking long, but he's not going to throw it. There's the stutter step. Just USA getting up in their faces.
Yeah.
And really putting them under pressure.
Yeah, I think he maybe thought about that a little bit too much. I think in that situation you've got to go for it, back yourself or get rid. And there's just a little bit of hesitation there, but it's something to learn from, and we're going over the line. But it's not to be. The touch was in.
And it looks like the call was going to be a forward pass. So USA going to get the ball, just going to drive out, and they're going to be happy that they defended that out and get some fresh legs on.
Absolutely. And how lovely as well to see a shot of the fans there, and the Japanese fans with the flags out. It's brilliant. It must mean a lot for these players to be having some home support this far away as well from home.
Yeah, both of these teams have travelled so far to get here to England, but someone breaks away and looking for someone there, and it's going to be called a touch. I think that's half court actually.
Yeah, couldn't quite get the players free in the USA attack there. That is unfortunate, but again, they're showing that they can just get through that Japanese defensive line. And really good touch there. Might be given.
It's a very physical game, and that's part of touch as well. Even though it's a non-contact sport, it does play an aspect into it. And
yeah, absolutely. We were having this conversation earlier, and obviously a lot of people have maybe played rugby league or rugby union, and some of that does translate across. Like, people think touch is a non-contact sport, but there definitely is an element of contact to it. And when you've got these long tournaments, the body can suffer.
Yeah, and it's so great. We have ice baths on the site and physios on site and every recovery we can imagine. Like, just a play here from Japan, just a sweeper. He's going to go for the line himself, and it looks like the ref is going to call a touch, but really promising there from Japan.
Yeah, that was a glimpse of the Japanese team that I really thought we would be seeing there. The clinical execution there, the pace on the ball. And it wasn't quite meant to be, but they have shown they have got it, and hopefully they'll have a bit of a reply to USA after this set.
Yeah, I don't know if you just heard then, and everyone heard, the USA sub box is right in front of us, and they're quite vocal and cheering all their players and giving them support, especially in that tough time in defence when your legs might be hurting, but the support is there.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you get a repeat set on the line after defending out. What a lovely ball back in there, and not quite come off, but it did look good. But yeah, it can be difficult defending out on that line sometimes. And,
Japan will be happy with that defense.
Definitely, Japan looking to get back up.
Yeah, they're still a really tight game, and Japan are not letting up at all, and putting some hard drives in and seeing what they can do. Just the half wasn't there just for Japan, and it's looking quite static at the moment and quite flat. Maybe
Yeah.
some more depth on the ball to get some running on.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic because it's very quick. The pace of this game is quick, but they're almost being a bit too quick and not having their half with them. Like, you're only as fast as your half with you, and you want to be getting the ball up off the floor as quick as possible. And if you haven't got your half there, it can slow it down, like we've seen here. USA asking for the ball back there, and it is a turnover. It's going to be a US ball. Dummy there, but takes it in.
Yeah, just USA driving up the pitch here now and looking super strong and sturdy, I must say. Just getting a good bit of elements in and ploughing down. That's going to be ball down. Japan will be happy about that, but it's going to be quite far away from their sub box, so they're going to have to make their way over if they want to get some fresh legs on.
See, in your analysis career, Alice, at what point, obviously Japan, they're looking to go to the sub box here now, but when is the right call to stay on and just go direct, especially looking at their position on the pitch there?
Yeah, it's really up to the players though, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you are tired and blowing, and sometimes that does happen, but Japan are just running through here, and it's the ball to the wing, and that's going to be quick save from the USA.
Good scrambling defence from the US, but we did get excited here in the commentating tent.
But like I was saying, just if the players are tired, we've got to sub off no matter what. But if you can stay on for that direct set, half the time the other team doesn't expect it.
Yeah.
And that's just ploughing in on those middles. They're going to be tired anyway. They've just attacked themselves. So if you put them under pressure, get all the way up that pitch, and it can. It's like we say, high risk, high reward.
Absolutely, 100%. And looks like US are putting in some heavy touches here. This is a physical game we are seeing down here at Riverside. Unfortunately, half just not quite there. And Japan gonna see what they can do, not far from their scoring line at the moment.
Picking up from half there, looking to go open side, ball to the wing. Just can't secure it in the hands.
That is unfortunate, but we are seeing Japan pull some good things out.
Just breaking away there, that USA player. Great footwork.
Yeah, a little bit scrambled in the Japanese midfield defence here at the moment, but I think they were just sort of getting themselves reset, and the US exploited that opportunity and have taken it quick, and it has paid off. They are up there on the 7, looking for that strike dump, and we're going again. And are we in? Looks like the ref might be happy with that. And that is, I think, was it number 5?
I think that was Ty Russell, and that will be his second try of this game. And a lovely little play, just scooping through and coming back with your other mid. Love to see it.
Absolutely. And how important is it as well to be getting that strike dump where they got it, sort of on the 7? It really helps with that platform and really keeps those middles honest. It gives them quite a few metres to be going back and getting onside.
And especially running back already, being in midfield defence, you're already tired. So just Japan, 3 on 2 here, had an opportunity to maybe get past the line, but just going to be a ball down, and USA back on the ball.
Yeah, that's a bit of a shame there, but they did well to get up there and keep it up there. They're not making this easy for the USA. They are putting in some heavy touches on them, getting up out of their own half. But like we were saying, the US are really executing this subbing on move. They are being quite clinical with it, but they're also, they appear to be adapting really well to what they're seeing in front of them. Like here, we're seeing just an amazing bit of heads-up touch being played there. Unfortunately, didn't go to hands there, but what a read.
Yeah, it's just at the end of the day, it's the final execution, and they're able to read it and play off. So it ended in a 3-on-2, but it just went straight to the wing there, and the knife ball cross just went down to the went down to the floor. But if they're able to read it, that's what's going to pay off and make those final decisions.
Yeah, and it is lovely when you see that really expansive touch happening. Like we were talking earlier about like Fiji, like teams like Fiji, just it's lovely to watch, and it's so cool, like those long balls coming out, and it's just so pretty.
Yeah, in the opens category, Samoa was playing very expansive, and it was so nice to see. And maybe some bump balls, and Australia are amazing at it as well, and just getting around the back, some carts, and this is promising to see.
What a dive there. I think the touch was in, but lovely go at the line. And we're taking it back. So that was number 7 there, Mark Boker, hoping to get himself on the scoreboard.
Yeah, USA just picking up here, looking to go open side, straight to the wing, but it's going to be forward pass. Did have to dive way in front of him to catch that ball, but a great take nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant take, but yeah, unfortunately, right idea, but not quite that final execution in terms of getting that ball away. It can be a difficult one to get, but yeah, good take there by the US wing, and Japan moving up and hoping to get themselves on the scoreboard with a couple minutes to go of this half.
Boy, was going to get through that 33 gap then, but USA mids were able to recover really, really well. And just a couple minutes left, like we said, of this game, of this half, sorry, and just pulling through it. And it's very tiring, especially in this heat. It's picked up, so shout out to all those players out there, making sure they stay hydrated. And just that's when it comes in, though. Those mistakes you're saying, giving away a penalty like that. Do you reckon it could be fatigue?
It could be, and like you say, in terms of the heat, like it does make a difference. People don't realise, like staying hydrated, not just with it's electrolytes. You're sweating, you're losing all that sort of energy expenditure, and they're 40-minute games. They are long games, and we've got the sun beating down on you. Like we can see, obviously, we were saying about the hats earlier, but everyone has got their caps on, and yeah, just making sure that as a team they're looking after themselves.
Yeah, and just Japan here on the attack as well, and looking quite promising. Not left to go, but would be lovely to see a strike play to happen here.
Absolutely, and it's looking like they're trying to set one up. And number 12 there picking up. Looks like he's trying to call the shots. Number 12, Doi, for Japan.
Just trying to get all the USA up, all the mids up.
Oh, I thought we were going to be in then for Japan. Again, it's just that split-second decision.
The dummy was crazy. He even did a fake, and the USA player jumped up high to try and get the intercept, but the ball was still in his hands.
I think if he'd have backed himself there, he may well have been in. We've got the klaxon going for last play. Can they do something with it? No, it's looking like they are blowing the whistle for half-time here at Riverside in this men's 40s game. And the score on the door for half-time, we've got the United States 4, Japan 0. What do you think moving into the second half Japan will want to be doing, Alice?
Honestly, their attack is looking really promising. It just hasn't paid off just yet. It's just being super critical on those last plays, and the space is there in the USA's defence, so it's just if they can take it or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we will see what they can pull out of the bag in the second half. We will take a short break now, but we will see you in a couple of minutes for the second half of this men's 40s game.
With officials 30 seconds.
Welcome back here to Riverside Sporting Complex in Nottingham for the Touch World Cup 2024. United States. Terrific first half from the boys from the USA over Japan. 4 tries to 0 and a very vocal performance as well thus far. So lots to work on here for Japan and plenty to build on as well for the US as they keep marching forward here to start this second half. James Preston with you in commentary as they pop this back towards the middle now. Ty Russell already 2 tries to his name so far. Drops it down and now the run here from Stack, and Stack trying to go right through the middle. He'll be called back here to that 7-metre mark. Last one now for the US of A as they head out to this left-hand side and try and open up a little bit of room. They've done so here for Stack and then popping a pass back on the inside. Eventually arrives. It's still live here for the US. And now they've come up with something out of nothing. A chance building back on the angle. And it was working so promisingly. But the final pass goes to ground. And now Japan still searching for their first try in the match thus far. They come up towards halfway with the run here of Takamura. And that will be a turnover. So Japan, from this point onwards, they need to be just about perfect. The US have offered very, very little in the way of opportunities here. I can tell you now, they are pumped in the subs box too. A lot of communication, very vocal. US once more approaching on that line. Brought forward here from Boca. And now a lovely pass, pop back on the inside. Ty Russell collects a hat trick here for the United States. And they go from strength to strength and bring up a 5th try here. Lovely little draw and pass there from Kane Stack, and then Ty Russell collecting a 3rd try now. So they pick up where they left off. Japan now with an even bigger task to try and get themselves back into the contest here. Thrown away now for Miyachi. Short ball here for Doi. Now once more wrapping around. This time they've worked it nicely here, Japan. And they will get across the line here. Kurosu on the board here for the Asian powerhouses. Taking a long time to get across the line, but that's the blueprint now for Japan. Here it is again on the replay. Nice quick roll ball inside the 7. And then Yonezawa with a lovely ball out to Kurosu. And Japan on the board now. 5-1 in favour of the US. Mani waiting here at acting half and pops the little ball back towards the middle. Mani now Drops it inside the 7 himself, and they'll take off here, the United States, and once more into the backfield, hopping a little pass. Japan were on the spot, but they didn't get there in time. That should be another one here for the US of A. I'm going to say it's gone to ground, though. Very close call there. Matthew Collins has already got 1 try. He was after a second on that occasion. And it's a forced sub here for Japan. So holding on to the supporting player has resulted in Minatadani sent to the bin. Momentarily, the US have an extra man coming back towards the middle. Good touch made there from Yamashita. And a little ball here for Tracy. Through the middle once more. They make the touch. Picked up and scooped here from Hobbs. Hobbs, a long ball. What a pass it is from Hobbs on the spot. And the United States of America, well, they'll be chanting USA in a moment. 6-1. Lovely ball here. Over the top. Hobbs and Lowe working beautifully in that set and right on the money. So 6-1, just as Japan get themselves on the board. Another try comes here. Roll ball now here from Yonezawa. Mochizuki throwing it deep here. Stopping on the run though was Takayama. Now the US stepping up, applying the pressure. They'll try and put on the afterburners here through Kurusu. No opportunity forthcoming here as the US working upfield and heading towards that sideline as they get the reinforcements on as well. It's a nice driving set so far. Bring it out to this left-hand side now. DeCastle. Now they'll take off here, switching gears. They've got numbers out on that wide side, and they just tried to thread the needle, perhaps a little bit too much there. There was still an option back on the inside in the form of Oxenford. But in the end, they didn't use him. Good pressure here on the USA. Mullen stepping up to try and make the touch. Japan continuing to drive forward. Definitely a bobble there in the play of the ball. That was because there was a little bit of extra attention there from USA. 26 minutes gone in this contest, 14 more to go here. Hope you're enjoying all the action as part of the Touch World Cup 2024. 5 years in the making. The previous World Cup back in 2019 in Malaysia, of course, interrupted by of years we'd probably all rather forget with COVID floating about. As Miyachi brings it forward here. Now Yamashita laying it back. First receiver is Noi. Noi now sending it back to that right-hand side once more. They'll explode here through Yamashita, trying to squeeze through a gap. Good touch made in the end there from Riley Mullen. I think they'll call for a play through here, and Japan have the try. So a little bit of discussion. We'll see it more clearly on the replay here. So Mullen is the man to watch. Does he ever get back the required distance? So there's the touch made, running directly at Mullen. No, he doesn't get both feet behind the line. I'm not even sure he did make the touch in the end anyway. So Yamashita discovered a nice little line there. Ran directly at Mullen. So much better start to this second half here from Japan. 4-0 at the break. Now 6-2. So they've gone tit for tat here with the United States. The opening 7.5 minutes of this second half. Once more attacking down the short side here, the US, but turned away. Japan happy to wait, make the touch. Now Japan working away from their own end here in this men's 40s contest. Really good quality They're throwing it wildly here, though, Japan. It was never on. And a simple case of trying to work upfield. They just had to take the touch and prepare for the next play. And now the US of A with another chance here, close to the try line. They'll roll it back. First receiver here for Matthew Collins, who then dumps it off for Boca. Russell. Boca once more, drops it down. Little show and go here from Stack, and then Stack releases quickly. They get the strike dump inside the 7. And that had to be a penalty every day of the week there, because unfortunately for Takamura, he was well and truly in the wrong position. Boca now. Sending it on here for Stack. Looking to work for that strike dump here. USA, a very well-drilled side here. Bouncing around is Russell. Stack, lovely little no-look pass back around the corner. And then there in support is Mickey Johnson. But Japan just able to squeeze in time. To Stack with all the tricks, but somehow Japan had an answer to it. I drop it on the 7 once more here. Boca with the flick pass, and somehow I think Japan falling over has actually helped stop the try there. There's contact with the head here too, it looks like, for Yamakita. The hat came off as well, but back to his feet now, which is good to see. USA have asked a lot of questions in this set. Terrific footy to watch. Now they take off, a little flick pass coming out. Nearly able to link up once more there. Russell was waiting for it in the middle of the field, but too much pressure there from Japan. 10 away from their own line now, working it up towards that sub box. But USA jamming in hard here and not allowing any free passage whatsoever. Short pass provided now, and up towards halfway, or nearly an intercept there for the US of A, and play on is the call momentarily. Now the whistle goes. Otherwise, Minitadani was off. Back to the mark here, inside the final 10. It's not done with just yet. Another try here for Japan would make things very interesting. Before they march now through Mochizuki. Yamashita. Slowing things down here around that 7-meter mark. Once more, a little crack at them from Mochizuki. They do earn the penalty here, Japan. They can't quite come away with points as of yet, but more pressure now on the try line of the United States. Mochizuki picks it up here from acting half. They're all very much compressed onto this right-hand side of the field here, the Japanese attack. Now they'll look to send it a little bit wider, but they've got the numbers all wrong there, and there's no support there for Takayama, and as a result, he has to go back to the middle. Well, pass provided here for Ueno. And now once more here, Mochizuki finds a good ball. And it's just gone awry there for Japan. Otherwise, a third try was looming. That was a very close run thing. And the United States can consider themselves very lucky. Now heading up towards halfway. Good movement about things there for the US. Matthew Collins involved and now hopping in and acting half as well. Good speed about the play here from America. Kevin Tracy popping in and acting half. Pops a little short ball now for Lowe. Once more looking to cause a bit of damage. And Lowe does exactly that. A beautiful ball back on the inside. And Kevin Tracy, more like Dick Tracy because he's firing shots out there. So 7-2 here. And the US of A looking very strong in this one. Definitely emerging as a dark horse in this men's 40s competition. Japan, of course, one of the heavyweights of touch football across the globe, and they're being humbled here. They'll keep marching forward now through Hatta. Drops it on the inside for Miyachi. Miyachi about 10 metres away, and then Dewey. Dewey is forced backwards. Dewey now. Back to the right-hand side. Miyachi rolls it quickly, building nicely here on this play. Japan, who go from distance, and the touch is made right at the death there. So USA once more stern on their own line against a very potent Japanese attack. This is an impressive showing defensively. 10 shy of the halfway line now as Stack brings it forward and then rolls it just shy of the mark. But they're not particularly happy with how it was played on that occasion, so just overstepping where that roll ball needed to occur. Now Japan with around about 6.5 minutes remaining here. They need to come away with points if they are any hope of pulling this one out of the fire. Yamashita now, bring it forward. Good touch made there from Mullen. They're slow to get those reinforcements onto the pitch here, Japan. Needs to be a little bit more urgency given the context of the game here. Yamakita. Sends it away once more. Drops it down. Last one here for Japan. Left and right, scything rung, getting away from a number of defenders. Now throws the intercept, and it's on for young and old here. US of A, unfortunately, a little bit too exuberant with that particular attempt to play the ball. It comes spewing out. And once more, they just give Japan a little look of the line here. Now it really is quite crucial that Japan come away with points off the back of this set. Still the margin of 5, 7-2 here with just over 5 minutes remaining. Sent away now from Yamakita. And then Yamashita also out there looking for a little opening. He's turned away though. Patient approach here from Japan. Takamura. Now Yamakita having a little look at them. Back here for Yamashita. And again, USA turn them away. Around about 4.5 to go here. An outstanding first half from the United States. Hasn't been quite as flamboyant here in the second half in terms of that creative attack, but defensively they've once more stood up. Ooh, a little bobble there, but play on is the call for Matthew Collins. Now the last one here for the US. Stack takes off, tries to squeeze through a couple of defenders, gets the ball around the corner, and another one here for Tracy. Back-to-back tries for Kevin. And the USA bring up their 8th of the match. Beautiful work there from Kane Stack. Very direct in his approach and then found a smart little pass around the corner. The high fives all around for USA. Kane Stack with the try assist, and it's more Kevin Tracy on the board. So 8-2. That officially does it as a contest here. From this point on, Japan just building towards their next game, and USA will take a lot of confidence out of this result.
Great job, Matt.
And still with ball in hand, though. A chance for a consolation try here late in the piece. Restarted here from Mochizuki. Dropping it down, Mochizuki now. Once more hopping in and acting half. Numbers on both sides of the play the ball. They'll keep it out towards this right-hand side. Once more taking off, have a little crack at them, but well read there from Boca. Once more off to this right-hand side for Ueno. Ueno in an acting half and now floated across. Once more marking up well, out wide. There's just so much energy about this performance. A lot to like here from the United States. Nowhere for Japan to go. And Emoto. The only emoji off the back of that one will be a crying face, unfortunately, for Japan. Towards the middle they come here. And towards that subset. Rolling upfield with relative ease here. They've got a real momentum swing off the back of that defensive set now. The USA once more driving forward. Tracy drops it down. Last one, once more within striking distance. Long ball over the top, well marked on this occasion from Japan. Akira Omoto was there to make the touch. And inside the final 2 minutes now. Don't forget, up next, Middle East will take on Ireland.
He's latching in and we're doing a 4-on-3.
A real mixture of talent for the Middle East as well. For players also spending a bit of time in Australia, of course, representing the heritage nations. Now Japan heads out to that right-hand side once more, playing it just on the 7. Last one here. Offside initially there, the United States, and in the end up into the passing lane, they knock it down. And that will be another set to work with here. USA sticking to their policies and principles. Japan drop it down here. Miyachi once more having a little look at them, digs into the line, pops a pass late in the piece. USA need to step up here, and they do so. 7 away now. Short ball once more. Stepping off that right foot. A big bouncing step for that matter, and nearly beating them all back on the inside. There was Dejiro Hatta. Another good touch here from the USA. Only 40 more seconds to go, and a HIA coming up here. So head injury assessment. Replaced with Brodie McNabb. Now rolling back here, final moments of this men's 40s fixture. A very impressive display from the United States, and now out the back, a pass to play here is Akuda. Akuda trying to get away from them, but once more a great touch made here from Kieran Marnie. One more to see off. This should be the last play of the match here. Japan, can they conjure up something? Consolation trying to finish. They'll send it to the right-hand side, only into the waiting arms of the US. And that is a very comprehensive victory for the United States of America. Impressive both sides of the ball, and that result certainly set up in the first half. They took a 4-0 lead and they kept the foot on in the second half. Japan showed a little bit of fight in the early exchange.